Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to Circling Seattle Sports. This is another Around the Sound, our version of a daily recap show for Seattle's professional sports. Charles Hamaker here with you. As always, you might know me from Twitter as Charles. Um, yeah, we've got five teams that were in action or had some sort of news today. The Mariners, Sounders, Rain, and Storm all played games today, while the Seahawks held another day of training camp. Otherwise, kind of quiet around the other teams. Kraken didn't have anything going on either. PWHL Seattle is quiet. They just finished up their media tour here in Seattle. Seawolves, Tempest, Cascades, Orcas, and Majestics all are in their respective off seasons. So we'll start with the Seahawks, who held their fourth training camp practice today, Saturday, July 26th. And unfortunately, the main news out of the fourth day of training camp is that running back Kenny McIntosh went down with a leg injury during a period of special teams work. It's believed that Kenny McIntosh suffered a torn ACL, according to an initial report from Adam Schefter of ESPN. The team hasn't announced anything, and head coach Mike McDonald did not speak after this training camp session. So it's not entirely clear if that truly is the case, but it doesn't seem good. McIntosh himself shared on his Instagram story a post about the fear that it's a torn ACL and just had like the prayer hands emoji. So it doesn't seem to help his case, or maybe he's hoping that it's not something. So it'll be interesting. Obviously, McIntosh was the third back behind Ken Walker, the third, and Zach Charbonnet. So it's tough. They did draft a rookie running back in the seventh round, and Damian Martinez in a draft and rookie. Cancel that. Team has Sunday off, I believe, but yeah, Sunday's off. Monday they're back practicing in pads, show off maybe some more of the offense. Uh, from what I understand, we're everywhere but the Seahawks, so I have to go off of what else is out there. Um, the things are getting continuously intense, more intense in the first few sessions, but I guess with the way that these drills are set up by Mike McDonald, it's expected to be that way. Um, Derek Hall, outside linebacker Derek Hall, and offensive tackle Josh Jones got into it. Um, so that's interesting. I guess there's a little trash talk too. But yeah, it's kind of interesting to see that get chippy a little bit there. Lasha Arroyo, the second round drafted tight end, continues to kind of put on a little bit of a show. So did AJ Barner, who I really am excited to see. I thought he could be your number one tight end last year at times. So that would be really interested to see. Um, Jackson Smith and Jigba said, I just love the mentality of our offense, which is really cool. Ground and pound, take some shots, mix it up. It's a very versatile offense, so I'm excited about that. So that's interesting. I know Leonard Williams also said that he likes the fact that the offense is running the ball a little bit more. Um, Sam Darnold talked about consistently making the right read. And from some of the videos that were posted by the Seahawks, Jalen Milroe seems to be throwing the ball pretty well. So that's pretty cool to see. The other piece of news out of the Seahawks today, and then we'll keep moving along here, was that oh yeah, as I pull it up here to get the right thing, left tackle Charles Cross talked about it he was asked if there had been a possible discussion of a contract extension. He says not yet. He's just focused on being the best player he can be for the team. He does want to be in Seattle long term and hopes to get something done. Talks have not started on that quite yet. He is under contract through 2026. Seattle did pick up his fifth year option, so there could be less urgency um, to get that done. But normally, Seattle gets these extensions done around this period of time. So it would be interesting to see if that changes and if that becomes we get something different in terms of not having anything uh, in the near future. But and Seattle typically doesn't do these things during the season. So at least under John Schneider. So we'll see. It'll be interesting. We'll move along here to the Mariners. One of the two wins on the day for Seattle professional sports. The Mariners bounced back after a frustrating one. They lost 3-2 last night in extra innings to Anaheim. They beat the Angels today 7-2. Oh, if you care, with less pink today. the shoulder situation, I think we're almost out of the woods. Anyway, the Mariners beat the Angels 7-2 to take a 2-1 lead in this 4-game weekend set. Started on Thursday, runs through tomorrow. The Mariners were trailing early in this one. George Kirby on the mound. Um, who had a lot of success in his last outing against the Angels in Anaheim this year. Taylor Ward hit a home run to right center field in the bottom of the second inning. But then the Mariners were able to start getting going after that. It was Julio Rodriguez, who now has four homers in, yes, four homers in the first three games of this series. He's homered. Our friend Bryant Garduke has homered in his last six road games, in fact, um, he hit homer number 18 on a fly ball to, I believe it was left center field, to tie the game in the top of the third. And then in the fourth inning, top of the fourth, Randy Arozarena hit home run number 20 on the season, a ball to right center field. Um, to pull up Mariners PR because I know there are numbers behind these great folks at Mariners PR. Um, there's another guy who homered as well. Um, oh, here we go. Julio has homered in three consecutive games for the third time in his career and second time this season. The other time was July 11th through 13th. This marks the first time in his career he's homered four times in a three-game span. So that on Julio. And then with Randy and his 20th homer of the season in the fourth inning there, Randy has recorded his fifth consecutive 20-plus home run season. He is one of four right-handed hitters, nine in total, to record at least 20 homers in each of the past five seasons. The Angels were able to strike back and tie the game in the bottom of the fifth. Zach Neto hit a sacrifice fly to center field to score Logan O'Hoppe. Um, scored back there. I was going to look at it to tie things up, but then the sixth inning is really where the Mariners were able to get going. This was a tight one at this point, going into the top of the sixth, 2-2. You know, George had kind of gotten his pitch count up a little bit. I was like, oh boy, here we go. But Cal Raleigh, of course, on the day that you never want injuries to happen, right? But with a guy like Aaron Judge, who's such a mammoth, of how talented he is and how he's seemingly in the AL MVP race every year. This could be huge for Cal Raleigh if the quest in a quest for an American League MVP. Cal has had these mini slumps throughout the course of the year where he just kind of struggles. And that wasn't he that's currently the case, but hopefully he did a single earlier in this game as well. So maybe it's, he's starting to turn a little bit. But excuse me. Uh he was able to get a hold of one in the top of the sixth. He hit a line drive homer. 416 feet, 113.5 exit velo, 27-degree launch angle on a fastball and a low and inside to right field. Jose Fermin, reliever Jose Fermin, who did not record an out in his appearance on a fly ball for a solo homer. Manager able to keep it going. Dom Kenzone single to center to score two, make it a 5-2 game, and then uh, Luis Rengifo fielding error allowed JP Crawford to score to make it a 6-2 ball game. So George was able to also in the bottom of the sixth, he ended his outing. He had the bases loaded with one out. I started to get a little bit worried because not the most characteristic. Oh, funny. Bryant's actually texting me right now. Funny. That's funny. Um, I'll have to tell him that he's gotten a shout out twice now in the episode. Um, Yeah, bottom bases loaded, bottom of the sixth, one out. Uncharacteristic. He tied for his career high in most walks in the game in three. I think he'd done it five other times, or this was the fifth time. He gets strikeouts to end his outing, so that was good to see. And then the Mariners were able to add on a little bit in the eighth with another run. Ben Williamson singles to center field to score Jorge Polanco from second. So the Mariners get that win. Um, to help them keep rolling along. It was also a day where the Astros lost as well. So that was great. The Astros lose, the Mariners move up. Let's see if we can find it here. There was a report. Uh, The Astros lost, so the Mariners gained some ground, but um, there was a report that talks had intensified with the Mariners and the Diamondbacks regarding Eugenio Suarez and that deal. Um, but there doesn't trying to find Hector Gomez apparently tweeted it. Well, there's this rumor that I don't know. I don't know. Apparently, the Cubs are interested in him. They are pursuing him really heavily. Uh, hmm. Okay, so we'll continue. I don't want to hold this up, but at least we'll go back to Cal. Yeah, that home run was his 40th of the season. He's the fifth different Mariners player with 40 plus homers in a season. The seventh different catcher with 40 plus homers in a season. And he's both the first catcher and the first switch hitter in MLB history with 40 plus homers before the end of July. So that's pretty remarkable. So yeah, nice day for the Mariners there. Finale for the series tomorrow, looking to get the series win. We move over to the Storm. The Storm, this was a bad game. This was a bad game. It was interesting though. In the pregame press conference, Storm head coach Noel Quinn was very open and honest about a few things, um, including. Uh, I tweeted the quote and it got some reaction, which I understand that. Um, Talking about needing to use her bench more. Specifically, this question was in reference to the last time that they played the Mystics at home in a fourth quarter where Seattle really collapsed. And Noel said, "Hey, just needed to use my bench more." And our starters looked a little gassed, and that's been the case in a few different situations throughout the course of the season. So this one was kind of similar in some regards. The Storm came into this game against the Mystics. The Mystics aren't a bad team by any means, but I was on the Fox 13 Sports podcast with Ethan McReynolds and Dante Jackson on the sidelines. And Ethan, was talking about these teams that the Storm are playing, coming out of the break and understanding that there's a lot of parity in the WNBA. There has been for years. It's not just this season. Um, if you're Seattle, you really should be able to kind of push ahead because now you've dropped to fifth place in the league standings, and you're still third because it'd take a few more losses for Vegas to catch you. Hopefully not. Yeah, you had the opportunity to tie yourself with Phoenix in wins. No, move ahead of Phoenix in wins. Um, couldn't do that. Jesus. Um, and you'd like to build some consistency and maybe find some more rhythm, and they haven't been able to do that. They've taken down the top teams in the league, but they haven't been able to take care of the teams below them. The Mystics are a 12 and 12 team now, but again, you would have liked to take care of some business. This game, I mean, the first quarter was nice. Neka Gumake was really strong. I believe she scored 14 points to begin the game in that first quarter. Seattle went into the second quarter leading 21-16. Then it got ugly. The middle quarters, the middle of this game, the second and third quarters, Seattle was outscored 24-14 in the second, 20-10 in the third. Seattle trailed by as many as 19 in this game. Let's see if I can get this right. Um, and it was interesting. The group that, yep, as much as 19, the group that led the comeback wasn't the starters. It wasn't Seattle's All Stars. It was the bench. And Dominique Malonga had a great game in this one. She was our key player to watch, and she had a great impact. 8 points, 9 rebounds, four fouls, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. In 14 minutes of play, she did get in some early foul trouble. I mentioned the 4 fouls. I think she had the 3 fouls before half. So you're like, oh, if she didn't have that foul trouble, she probably plays even more, interestingly enough. Um, so that's tough. Tough night for Gabby Williams, just 2 points on 1 of 7 shooting. Tough night for Skylar, 2 of 10 from the field, 5 points, still 4 rebounds, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. For Gabby, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, and 1 block. But you got to give those two some grace just because of how much they've played this season and how heavy their usages have been, how critical they've been to Seattle's success. NECA 18 points, a team lead, 18.5 rebounds, 3 assists. In this one, yeah, nice game from Dom. Not too much bench scoring outside of her though. Um, Alicia Clark 0 for 4. She's gone scoreless in 5 of her last 6. Lexi Brown just 3 points. Zaya Cook didn't play. Mackenzie Holmes didn't play. Erica Wheeler 12 points, 6 assists, 1 rebound, and 1 steal in this one, but 5 turnovers. So this was tough. This was a tough one. NECA scored or assisted on Seattle's first 16 points for the game and 19 of the team's 21 first quarter points. Her 18 points in the opening quarter matched the highest scoring quarter by any Storm player this season, which is pretty cool. Erica Wheeler moved into the top 25 on the WNBA's all-time assist list with assist number 1,206. And Skylar's streak of games with 3+ assists has set a franchise record with 65 passing. Superb. So yeah, this one not great. I mean, to see, I've talked about this all season. I'll talk about it on the Storm post game report episode. But you really worried about, maybe the nights where your three All Stars don't show up, or a couple of them don't show up, and are you going to be able to, get your bench, um, you know, is your supporting cast going to be able to do enough? And the answer today was no. So, funny enough, yeah, the bench helped lead that big comeback, and then at the end, Seattle tried to get some of their starters back in. One because their bench was gassed, and the lead that had cut all the way down to 4 just kind of went back up. So, Seattle loses that one, 69-58. Their next game comes on Monday against the Connecticut Sun, to round out the 3-game road trip. We continue on with our Seattle Sounders, and this one, these two games were happening at the same exact time, and I was really hoping with how the Storm game was going that the Sounders were going to be able to wake up. And that was not the case. That was not the case. Seattle was able to Seattle split the points on the road against Atlanta United. Um, they were down early. I mean, Atlanta. It's tough to look just at the standings and judge how games should go in that regard, right? But even with that, with the run of form that Seattle showed, with the amount of goals they've been scoring, you would have figured that they'd push themselves past Atlanta. Atlanta sits near the bottom of the Eastern Conference. Um, wasn't the case. Wasn't the case. Seattle conceded an own goal in the 7th minute. Yamar tried to get a ball towards the box out and ended up, going off of him and right into the goal past Andrew Thomas. Seattle has to play catch up. The entire first half looked ugly. It looked like, as our sound waves from the sea, one of our co-hosts, Michael Martinez, said, it looked like they were playing like they've never played together before. Um, but thankfully, shortly after halftime, in the 54th minute, the Sounders were able to equalize. Pedro de la Vega, um, second match in a row, he's able to score a goal. He's able to break away, use his speed, and fire a great shot past Brad Guzan to equalize in the 54th minute. We go the second half. I'd say largely the second half was in the favor of the Sounders. Seattle had 3 big chances in total, and the momentum meter on FootMob largely weighs in favor of Seattle, and I would agree with that, having watched it. Um, it was tough. And we didn't get another goal until 5 minutes past the 90-minute mark. It was Osaze de Rosario. Nice big header off an assist from Nuhu, the big young kid, another legendary, the son of a legendary de Rosario, right? Scores this winner, or looked like a winner, right? In the 90 plus 5 minute. Even he went to go and hug Brian Schmetzer after the goal, and Schmetzer was like, hey, you've still got, it was 8 minutes of extra time. In 90 plus 9, Atlanta's Alexei Miranchuk scored an absolute thunderous shot from well outside the box, just ridiculously well hit ball. Yeah, in a 90 plus 9 minute equalizes. The extra minute was given because of the amount of time the celebration for the Sounders took. And Seattle has to leave this match with split points, unfortunately. Obviously, very frustrating. Um, and given the way some of the recent matches have gone, dating back to the Kansas City game for Seattle, you wish they could just get one that's normal, but they haven't really been able to do that. So, what's next up for the Sounders is, I believe it's next Thursday. Now, next Thursday, they start Leagues Cup play against Cruz Azul at Lumen Field. So we'll see you at Lumen Field. Oh, wait, nope. That is Mariners trade deadline day. I will not be there. Let's see. I think that's it. Oh, no, 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 no. Sorry. We've got the rain friendly. Yes. Okay. So Seahawks, Mariners, Storm, Sounders. Yes. We go to the rain here. The rain had a friendly match in Portland against the Thorns. Unfortunately, like the Urawa friendly, um, this past week, uh, this match was not broadcast down in Portland. But Seattle got the win. As the last bit of action before the team returns to regular season play, to start the second half of the NWSL season. The Rain went down, battled to a 0-0 draw in regulation before they beat the Thorns in penalty kicks. This wasn't broadcast. We didn't get a pre-match press conference or a post-match press conference. So our what media even got is limited. But the first half of the match was back and forth. Excuse me. First 15 minutes saw the ball move end to end. Each side tallying 2 shots and a corner kick before, but failing to find the final touch to get a goal. Claudia Dickey did well to handle every shot Portland fired away and maintain a clean sheet through the first 45 minutes. Um, Seattle Sam Meza and Portland Sam Coffey. Sorry. Were booked in the first half, which set the tone for a fierce second half. The second half, Portland was on the front foot. The Rain were able to quickly answer back. Seattle Sally Menti had a near chance on goal in the 50th minute, but Portland was able to deflect the ball out of danger. Menti continued to put Thorns under pressure as both teams made a series of substitutions to see the match out to the final whistle. We went to the penalty kick shootout, as it obviously was scoreless through 90. See if I can remember right. Emery Adames scored, Norelia Mondesir scored, Jordan Haidama scored, Sofia Huerta scored. So Seattle was perfect through the first four. Dickey made a save on Portland's fourth attempt. So, all you needed was Seattle to score another one. They weren't able to do so. Mackenzie Arnold made the save, and Portland converted his fifth kick, so he went into the sudden death scenario. Then Maddie Mercado scored the sixth attempt, the fifth goal overall in the penalty shootout for the Rain, and Claudia Dickey made the save to give the win. So, see what else we got here. Every sub except for the goalkeepers, Purcell and Prohaska, the two goalkeepers, were used for the Rain. So that's cool to see. But yes, so next match is on August 1st against Angel City at Lumen Field. It's the Rain's Pride match. So if you don't have tickets to that, go get them. It's the first time you'll get to see me official in a Rain jersey in the match that counts. Sofia Huerta, welcome her back and get the whole squad back as Seattle looks to hopefully an exciting second half of the season. So yeah, I tried to do that more concentrated, compact than I have some of the other around the sound. So I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll probably have reaction episodes to all the other games that happened individually so I can go in more depth on those. So until we see you next time, take care of yourselves, be well, and do whatever you can to make today a great day. Hey everybody, Charles Hamaker here from Circling Seattle Sports with
Jen Barnes from Rough and Tumble.
Jen, what is Rough and Tumble for Circling Seattle Sports?
Your home. The home for Circling Seattle Sports. I like it. Let's do one more take, just a little bit.
Hey there everybody, Charles Hamaker here from Circling Seattle Sports with
Jen Barnes from Rough and Tumble.
Jen, where's the home of Circling Seattle Sports?
Right here at Rough and Tumble.
Hi, Charles Hamaker here from Circling Seattle Sports with
Jen Barnes from Rough and Tumble.
Glad to join you here from Rough and Tumble, home of Circling Seattle Sports.
Up, not out, Chuck. Okay, I'm ready.
Hello, everybody. Charles Hamaker here from Circling Seattle Sports with
Jen Barnes from Rough and Tumble. Start over.
I forgot what I was saying.
I think you waved in the first one.
We did at the end.
Oh, at the end. Okay, that's what it was. Okay, cool.
You just couldn't see our hands.
And now it looks like you're holding your hands, so that's kind of weird.
Here's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually have a little room to come this way, too.
Okay.
Just no further than that.
Yes, Lieutenant Dan.
And go.
Oh, I think this time I'll ask you, what's the home? Where?
Yeah, say, where's the home of Circling Seattle Sports?
Okay.
And I'll be like, right here at Rough and Tumble.
Hand good?
Yeah.
Yeah, your other hand, put your fingers together just a little bit more. Not like that. There you go. It was just like...
Clawing at me.
Okay, I'm still recording, so go ahead.
Okay.
Start when you're ready.